was a challenge for the team, and I included myself in that as you were there, of, hey, let's take it up a notch and focus, especially on the next 3 home games. There was no must-win scenarios. There was no ultimatums. It was a challenge for the players because I think that we can get more out of them, and I believe in them. But we weren't getting the energy that we needed, and so as my role, that's my responsibility as a GM.
Had you discussed with Ryan what comments you were going to make on Friday?
I sat down with him on early last week, and I talked about the importance of the game and our focus and what we were doing. So there was a conversation about the importance of this game.
But did you tell him you were going to speak to the media, say this publicly to the media?
No.
Should you have? I mean, he seemed pretty upset about it, and he suggested that stuff like this should be kept in-house as opposed to in the media.
I think you got to look at the comments. I don't think anything that was said. I would not take back anything that was said. I think that
I would agree. I don't think he said anything offside.
That's why I don't. I think that it's like I said. I think that his comments were excuses. I think that we have great characters in the locker room, and I think sometimes you have to challenge the players, and that's my role as a GM. And I don't think, again, it was just a focus on, hey, we have a number of games left. We've had some time together, and let's take it up a notch. That stands. My statement stands.
But why not communicate that privately to the players and the coach as opposed to going through us?
Well,
not that I'm appreciative that you did, but
no, I think there are various ways. I mean, I do all the things, but sometimes you want to make it a broader statement. And I think that's okay. You got to use all the tools.
Right now, the fans are probably freaking out. The idea perhaps that Defoe won't be here. What can you say to them about all these changes right now that perhaps could persuade them that?
As far as I'm concerned, Jermaine Defoe is with TFC. And what we're excited about is Greg Vanney. I think that's what the focus should be, because I'm not sure TFC has seen a coach with this type of tactical acumen, awareness in the players, his playing experience combined with his coaching experience, his commitment to developing players on the team, and communicating to players. So I really am excited about what Greg's going to bring.
You said you've received an offer, Defoe. What would make you sort of make up your mind with regards to possibly selling him?
A lot of money. That is, more than what we paid for him. But even then, like I said, it comes down to a conversation with Jermaine and Greg, and with our ownership about what we want to be and where we're going as a club.
And what's the mechanism for spending money that you would, if you were to sell a designated player, what would you be able to spend it on? So if you turn around and spend that money on?
I could spend it on players. I could spend it on the academy. I mean, you discuss that with the ownership about what are your goals. We stick to our strategic objectives, and we knock them out one by one. So there's a number of them.
If this conversation was happening 2-3 years down the line, I think it would perhaps make more sense. But this is happening in his first season at the club. I mean, it was obviously not the way things were planned, but how do you respond to the quickness of such a turnaround?
Listen, I think you guys are everyone here is educated in the world of football, right? And how quickly it moves, and it's you receive offers, and doesn't mean that they're leaving. Like I said, we've received multiple offers for players on our team. So people could, I don't know how many players have come into MLS this year and departed on the same year this year already, but I'm sure there's a few. So this is not uncommon, not to say that he's departing, but it's just it's your responsibility as the GM and sort of the protector of the vision that you have to look and analyze any offer that you get.
I'll take one more from those guys. This franchise trumpeted the signing of Defoe so much. If he wasn't leaving, you would be able to tell us, surely, he's going to be a member of TFC after tomorrow. You've not said that to us. You've said, I don't know why he would want to leave Toronto. He's still a member of Toronto FC. But if he was going to stay, you would be able to tell us, wouldn't you? He's under contract to you.
Not necessarily. I believe he's going to stay. But like I said, there's still time between now and the end of the transfer window.
Does he want to stay?
Yeah, I don't think that he necessarily I don't think he wants to leave. I think that there's some obviously some change in the club, and he's dealing with an injury. And I think as a player, as a former player, you can go in different ways during your sort of rehab. So again, we just need to talk to the player and figure out next steps.